Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JHouze Radio episode 35. I am your leader, K to the J, and the man of many names, and my brother from another mother, Los, is in here too, as always. And our homegirl back for a second appearance. Actually, no, it's like a third appearance, probably, I think. PajamaMama.
No, second.
Second?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah.
PajamaMama's in the house. How's it going?
Not my first time on your channel, if that makes any difference.
Actually, you know what? It is the third time because we did a sign language episode or something like a long time ago. It was a while ago, but I don't know if that was JHouze
True.
Radio.
It is the third time.
Yeah. But how's it going? How you been? What you been up to since you last been on the show? How's life?
Oh, no.
No.
Nothing really. I'm just kind of doing the same thing. I did recently take a pause on school, so I'm full-time content creating now.
Awesome.
I will kind of hit the ground running with more like YouTube videos that aren't just like kill compilations or anything like that. A lot of them at the moment that I have planned are mainly just like games that I've played, different events, fun things, and stuff like that. When my friend Flip hid and rezzed us like twice, and it was these amazing plays that turned into a dub, my first 2K badge with Horizon, stuff like that. But I will be doing, or I do have plans for like a breakdown or intro to Apex and their why is my camera blinking? Do you guys see this? Because I just can't focus because of it.
I saw it do it for a second and then it stopped.
My ADHD is kicking in and I just keep getting distracted by this green blinking light. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. Your camera's winking at everybody. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
Everybody wave back to the camera. Wave back to the camera.
Nothing crazy. But I did get an affiliate program with an energy drink that I like, and stuff like that. So
oh, nice.
It's bothering
Congrats.
me to no, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. It's plugged in properly.
It's all KJ's fault.
Yeah.
I know.
I took the energy away from your live stream later on tonight. I'm sorry.
You know what you need? One of the energy drinks that she has the affiliate program with.
Exactly.
That's what you need.
Good plug, Lois. Good plug.
Thank you. I try.
Yes, virtual camera. Does that work? No. Nope.
Well, while she's working on that, Lois, what have you been up to, man? What's new? How's life going?
Just stressful, dude. I was working on the house for a while, but I had to stop because it got too cold for me to do anything.
Okay.
I'm in the middle. I was redoing the basement, repointing it and things like that, but I had to stop because it got too cold and it snowed. The snow's been kicking my ass.
Yo, this snow on the East Coast, man, is ridiculous. It snowed again last night while I was at work, and I came outside and I didn't even know it was supposed to snow, and then it just randomly happened, and I was just like, yo, what is happening right now? Like, no, I've had enough of it.
Before I went to work, I had to shovel snow.
Really?
And it was all slush.
Yeah.
And then I had to put so much salt down. I was late for work, 35 minutes.
See, the snow is not that bad. It's just that the street that I live on, they don't plow it that well. So, and my car's really low to the ground. So, like the bottom part of my car, the little plastic covering got like ripped or torn from like the freaking like snow from having so much snow. So now I like the bottom portion of my car has like a little divot that's like poking down. So any little bit of snow like goes up under my car, and it's freaking annoying. So
you know what you need to do? You need to upgrade to a truck.
I know. I was like, I need a truck, man.
You need a truck.
Seriously, I really do, man. I was telling myself that like next year, I think that might be my investment. Try to get a truck.
You should, man. Because seriously, like aside from the fact that of safety, it's just so much more fun to drive, and you learn to drive a very different way.
Yeah.
Like when I've driven trucks my whole entire life, so when I drive a car, I'm literally shitting in my pants. I'm like,
you're literally shitting in your pants,
bro. I'm like, you have to understand. I'm used to seeing the roof of people's car. I'm used to seeing over things.
Yeah.
Like when I hit a corner, I can see traffic. Before I make a turn. Yeah. I get in a car, I'm like, why are there cars in the way? I can't see anything.
He's like, I'm in like a little go-kart, basically.
Nah, bro. Like literally, like for the sake of argument, you have a normal car, right?
Yeah.
If I get in the car with you and I'm in the front seat, you will see me holding onto the seat, but the whole time going, please don't die. Please don't die.
Oh my
Please don't
God.
No, seriously, because cars scare me because of how blind it is, how blind you are as compared to a truck.
Yeah.
You have more visibility because you're higher up.
All right, so Los, we're gonna start off with you with your PWLs. Are you playing, watching, or listening to anything lately?
Playing. I just finished Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Nice, congrats.
The game is really short.
Yeah, I think it's like less than 20 hours, something like that.
I literally played it twice.
Oh wow, really? Is that short? Holy crap.
Yeah. And the second time, like, I flew through it because I was more fluid in combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I just flew through the game, and I was like, wow. And there's very few side missions on there. So I just finished that, and I started Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, how do you like that, by the way? I've been curious.
I hated the first part.
Oh, I was going to say you hate the game. I was like, wow, really?
No, I hated
a lot of Valhalla. I'll tell you that.
Listen, I hate it when you're in. I'm sorry, PJ. What'd you say?
Rose Raider is a Valhalla player.
Oh, Rose Raider in
really?
chat. Yeah. Rose, how do you like the game? What's your opinions on it? But yeah, I was curious about it. I played some of the older Assassin's Creed games. I kind of fell off a long time ago, but for some reason, this one, like with Vikings, was kind of interesting. I still haven't got a chance to play it yet because my game log is like huge right now, so I just gotta try to find a time for it.
When they're in I'm sorry, I forget the name. The Vikings country of origin, when it's all full of snow.
Yeah.
The game is just tedious. Like, I didn't bother with side missions. I just wanted to get through it. Once you get to England, the game opens up and it's a lot more fun to play.
Oh, awesome.
Although it's weird because you do a raid, you got to come back to your town. You got to build it up. You go to a raid, you go back to your town, you build it up.
Oh, okay.
So that part's a little weird. But for me, Assassin's Creed Origins has been the best Assassin's Creed so far.
Oh, nice. I haven't got a chance to play that one yet. So
worth it. Absolutely. Long as fuck, but worth it.
See, those type of games, man, it's I don't know if I have time for those super long open world games, man. I just don't know if I have time for that right now. So
why not?
Cause it's too many games to play. It's so many games that I want to play that like these large games come out and I'm like, man, it looks interesting, but do I have the time to dump 50, 60, 70 hours into it? Especially when you got kids and you work, like it's challenging.
Yeah, I don't got kids. All I got is dogs.
Damn you, Los. Damn you.
The other game I want to play is that samurai game that was out last year.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's the next game I want to play.
That looks good.
That should be cheap now.
Yeah.
I heard I had a lot of people that were playing that. I didn't get to play it. I don't really play anything that's not some sort of like multiplayer.
Yeah. Okay. What are you watching and listening to right now, Los?
God, what am I watching?
Star Trek? Something Star Trek, probably.
that all finished. So
okay,
I watched that. I watched The Expanse. That's all done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually watching old episodes of Cash Cab.
Cash Cab. I don't think I've heard of that one. Never heard of that.
It's a game show in a taxi. Mm-hmm. So you hail a cab, right? You hop in, you say where you're going, and then these lights flash everywhere, and it says, "Welcome to Cash Cab. You're in a game show that's in my taxi cab. The rules are they ask you questions. You get 3 strikes. If you get 3 strikes, they stop and they kick you out where you at.
Oh,
if you get all the way to the end, you earn money. And they ask you to do a video bonus, so they double your money. But if you don't get the video bonus, you leave with no money, but you got a free cab ride.
That is interesting. It would suck to get kicked out like in the middle of nowhere, though. Like that would actually suck.
Yeah, but they do it all in Manhattan. It's not like they, they're like, go to Brooklyn. They're like, no, wrong show.
Exactly. No, that's cool. That's cool. Any new music you're working on or checking out right now, or not really?
Yes, I'm still working on our album. I was actually working on a reggaeton song.
Nice.
Just to add something a little different, and I was thinking maybe I might do like an old school, like 90s house.
Yeah.
like No Way Back and things like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the song.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I was thinking of doing that for the album just to kind of see if I could do it, see if I remember what my brain was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Other than drunk.
All right. What about you, PJ? What you been playing, watching, or listening to lately? What's been going on with you?
I've been playing a lot of Apex because of the new ranked season. I've been playing a lot of League of Legends. I kind of picked up Smite a little bit to try that out, which is a nice little mix between like shooter and MOBA. So I kind of like it. And then everybody got me to pick up Valheim. I didn't really get to try it last night because I was so tired that I ended up having Andrus take over stream. But,
really? The husband took over stream?
Forgive my ignorance. What's a MOBA?
Ooh.
What is
I don't remember what MOBA stands for.
Me neither. Hold up. Yeah, we got.
I'm assuming the first letter is multi. And the second one's got to be online because everything's like that.
Yeah, multiplayer online battle arena. It's normally like lane domination.
Oh yeah.
Isn't Overwatch like that?
No.
Heroes of the Storm, the like MOBA that has all the Overwatch characters in it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Overwatch is just like a regular first person. Yeah, Overwatch is like a regular first person shooter. You'll mainly find MOBAs on like PCs, like PC games. Is where you usually find MOBA games. You don't see them too much on console. So
okay.
Unless it's Smite, but that's a high res game.
Yeah.
And high res is like cross-plat for everybody. It's so it's a battle arena, and it's like have you played a lot of Call of Duty?
No.
I guess. Oh, I would say it's like domination, capture the. I wouldn't say capture the flag. Normally, so the two MOBAs that I have played are lane domination. So there's like 3 lanes, and you have towers to help defend your lanes, and you try and push the enemy's towers to get into their base to destroy whatever their main objective is. So in League, it's a Nexus. In Smite, it's like a Phoenix or a Titan or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a Titan. Yeah, because Phoenix is the inhib of Smite. So yeah, it's not so much about it's an objective based game, pretty much. It's an online multiplayer objective based game.
Okay.
I guess. So I'm watching Harley Quinn on HBO Max, and I love it.
The cartoon?
Oh, how do you like it?
Oh my gosh, it's like adult humor, I guess. Like, I wouldn't quite say like Family Guy, but kind of like Family Guy, but in the DC universe. And it revolves around Harley Quinn. There are some like pretty PC concepts in it. And some episodes feels like they're really trying to push some political agendas. But I mean, what TV show isn't trying to push political agendas at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. But yeah, so I'm watching Harley Quinn. I was getting into The Office. Like, The Office was a show that I watched episodes of. My family's really big into it, but I haven't actually watched it start to finish. And I got like 3-4 seasons in, and it was a little too late because it was taken off Netflix. So I've been in this limbo until I found Harley Quinn.
Now is that's like the raunchy version of Harley Quinn, right? Like that show on HBO Max. Because I do remember seeing a commercial for it, and it was the one where where it's like a little censored, basically. Like, it's not for kids, obviously.
Oh yeah, not for kids.
Okay.
No.
I haven't got a chance to watch that one yet.
I just don't like the actress who's playing Harley Quinn
in the cartoon.
Yeah, in the cartoon. You know who's playing it, right?
Who?
Penny from The Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
Penny from The Big Bang Theory? Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Once I found that out, I was like, I saw a couple episodes and it was good, but her voice is like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Oh, okay, I feel you. Yeah, I think you felt the same way about the one that played her in the actual movie too.
Kaylee Cuoco?
Yeah, Cuoco or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to check it out. I might have to check that out because I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. All right, I'm gonna jump into my PWL real quick. Let me see. What am I watching? Well, I just got back into playing Valorant, which is a first-person shooter on PC that's kind of resemblant to CS:GO. I started playing it like a year ago, I think, and I kind of fell off. Kind of getting back into it again. I'm getting a little bit tired of Overwatch right now, so Valorant is kind of scratching that first-person itch for me. What am I watching? I started watching WandaVision a few weeks ago. Los, I know you started getting into it, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I started getting into it.
Yo, it's so good. I'm not gonna,
It's weird as hell.
It's very weird. It's very weird. I'm not gonna like spoil anything for anybody who hasn't watched it yet, but it is really freaking good. If you're anybody who keeps up with what's going on in the MCU, I would highly suggest you watch this. It's touching base on a lot of storylines that we might have missed, a lot of storylines that might not have gotten a lot of attention, during some of the earlier films. I was a little thrown off by the whole sitcom TV show vibe, but there is a reason why that's happening. And the reason makes sense, kind of. But if you're somebody that hasn't really watched a lot of the previous Marvel films, a lot of stuff in here is going to not make sense to you, or you might just miss it in general. I feel like this show is like the stepping stone into them getting into the next phase of Marvel. Like, we're going to start. Yeah.
It is. This is officially the next phase of Marvel with WandaVision.
Yeah, it's actually like some of the first two episodes were actually kind of funny because like I said, at first I was not cool with the idea of it being a TV show concept. I thought it was weird, but it actually works. And the way they put it together, the way they made all of this make sense, it's freaking amazing. And you would think that a TV show that's made from a movie, you would think the quality would like kind of go down a little bit, but you literally feel like you're watching a Marvel film just in short 30-minute segments. It's really freaking good. It's really good. I would suggest anybody who likes Marvel to definitely check it out.
I'm just excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. After I saw that trailer, I was like, I need to watch this.
I'm not too crazy about those characters, but I will watch it. I don't really care about Falcon. I don't care about Winter Soldier.
How could you not care about Falcon, man? He was Captain America at one point.
I know, but maybe just because his character in the films just seemed very bland. I don't have interest. I mean, I'm going to watch it. Obviously, I'm going to watch it, but I don't have the excitement for like everybody else does. To be honest.
Listen. Remember how I didn't want to watch Black Panther because I hated the character in the comic book? And then when I saw the movie, I was blown away how good it was.
Yeah.
I kind of have a feeling that you're going to experience the same thing.
Really?
With Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Okay. I might check it out. How about you, PJ? Are you kind of into the whole MCU thing or not really?
The cinematic universe, I've watched all the movies and stuff. But mainly just as they like came out in theater. My husband is more of the one to talk about the MCU. He's just recently rewatched all of it in chronological order.
Oh, really?
And he watches YouTube breakdowns of everything and different theories and this and that and movie rewrites to endings and stuff. I don't know. He's all about that. His YouTube's full of like movie stuff. I grew up with more music being the forefront than movies being the forefront, and I think he had more movies than music.
Oh yeah.
No, for me it was music more than movies, but as I've gotten older, my girlfriend hates music and I'm a DJ and I make music, so you can tell how much fun that is.
Oh really?
Listen, like
that's perfect for tonight's conversation topic.
In the car, the perfect thing is music. Like it has to come on, and then I can't listen to it as loud as I like. Like I have to do it low out of respect for her.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, oh, I just want music in my life. And she's a TV junkie. Everything is TV, and I'm just not a TV person. Like unless TV for me is like documentaries and stuff. Like I love information.
Yeah, same here.
But her, it's everything murder mystery, and I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna like follow the plan of one of these murders and make it perfect, and I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I don't know. Going back to Winter Soldier, I don't know. I'll check it out. I'll see if I like it. I don't know. I gotta watch it to try to catch up on what's going to be happening in the MCU, because I'm sure all these TV shows are coming out for a reason. There's going to be some kind of story that they got to tell.
Is this a TV show that's coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like to like properly have this, we might as well just have him in here because he's.
Hey, tell him to join.
Ask him if he knows that Chris Evans is coming back as Captain America.
Where did you hear that?
Chris Evans is coming back as Captain America, babe.
Yep.
He said, "Yep."
He already knows. He already knows. But yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be coming out on Disney Plus. Right here it says March 18th. Disney Plus is going to be where they're housing all the Marvel TV shows. We're getting Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're getting Loki. I think we're supposed to be getting She-Hulk.
Oh.
I forgot the other TV shows.
I like the TV shows instead of the movies, to be honest. I feel like you can really get into the character development a lot more, especially because these characters are based off of comics, where I don't feel like you can properly represent a comic or a book in such a short like hour and a half, to even like if you go the longer movie with like a 3 hour and go Avatar with it, I still don't feel like you can really portray everybody in the right light like the fans want it to be. So I like the series instead of the movies.
Well, the thing is with Marvel, what they did is because they kept bringing back so many characters so many times through so many movies, you really got a chance to find out who they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's why one of my favorite characters in the MCU is Captain America, because I can relate to being that person. You kind of feel like out of place and things like that.
Yeah.
So for me, like I didn't like him when he played the Human Torch in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, me neither.
I thought he came off as a total asshole.
Yeah.
But when he played Captain America, I was like, oh shit. And when he played the hacker character in The Losers, I thought he was great in that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the whole TV show. I mean, to a certain extent, you know, the movie aspect draws in the money, and that's all great and dandy. But I definitely agree with PJ. Having a TV show aspect does allow you to like dive into certain characters a little more deeply. Like, for example, we didn't get this deep dive into Wanda and Vision in the movies.
She was, yeah. They both were in the movies, and I actually. So I'll be honest. I'm not familiar with any comic book lore, and so for me, like all of this is like catching me up on certain universes and or not universes, but you know you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like
no, actually, universe is correct.
Actually, get me into it. So like, yeah. With the Spider-Man, like I didn't know about the Amazing Universe of Spider-Man or something like that. I didn't know there was a different one.
Yeah.
The multiverse. The multiverse, sorry. But it's still not my point. My point is that I didn't know about that.
Your husband is losing his mind in the background.
Yes. The other thing is was it like my son, that's the Spider-Man he's going to be growing up with. I grew up with Peter Parker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so all these like movies and the shows and everything like are going to give me this look into it. And the whole WandaVision is giving me this look into Vision and everything, because I knew nothing about them in the movies, and I'm just like, hey babe, who's that? And he's like, that's the most powerful freaking like person ever. Are you serious? And I was like, I know nothing. Well, she gets her powers from this and this, and he gets his powers, and I'm just like, wait, there's stones? And then the Infinity Stone thing came out, and I was like, oh my god. So I'm like learning everything, and I guess that's why I kind of like these, is because if She-Hulk's, I'm going to learn about She-Hulk and all of that.
Listen,
but like I said, I didn't have movie parents and I didn't have comic book parents. My parents were into, music, weed, and dancing on the beach.
Sounds like a good time.
My mother was into disco like you could not believe, to the point where like when disco comes on, I'm worse than a gay man. I'm like, woo, disco. Like for real. And my father was into like, cumbia, which is, Colombian music.
Yeah. My parents were heavy into music as well.
My mom was into the whatever it was. hip at the time. My mom's very much about like, I want to be cool. So if it's cool music, I'm listening to it. Where my dad, he was into the Grateful Dead. He's a Deadhead till the day, and that's what I grew up with. I grew up with Grateful Dead, but then also like Bare Naked Ladies, and I actually just showed my kids Bare Naked Ladies the other day, and so I think that also stems why I find like ska music to be so appealing, because it's very much what my dad kind of listened to.
Ska music. I love ska music.
Los is heavy into
the
that.
Pie Tasters, the Toasters, Less Than Jake. I love ska music.
I was gonna say, I know Less Than Jake. I was gonna say some of those are the ones that I'm like Revolution, was it Iration, J-Bugs, Dirty Heads.
Oh, that's like, the second wave of ska. Oh man, you're going to the second wave. I like the third wave of ska more. Keith, you ever played Tony Hawk? One of the first Tony Hawk skater games on the PS2?
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of ska songs were in that game.
Yeah, I do,
including Bumblebee Tuna.
Yeah, I do remember the first two games. I can't remember the third one, but the first two games, the soundtrack on those games were like amazing. That's one of the things that made those first two Tony Hawk games awesome. Was the soundtrack.
I've never played the Tony Hawk games, but I do know from my husband that yes, the Tony Hawk games are known for their soundtrack because of how great they are.
Yeah, Metascopheles made the song.
If it wasn't for the Tony Hawk games and was it Tony Hawk games and GTA, I don't think my husband would have a musical bone in his body.
Man.
I like. Yo, Keith, bro, seriously, like once this thing is over, I'm gonna send you like 10 or 15 ska songs. There's one that you'll know the bass line to because it's been sampled in 1,001 different places.
Okay.
I just don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was the Toasters who did it too. I'm not sure.
Okay. No, it's all good. Yeah, send it to me so I can check it out. So I can expand my musical knowledge.
Remember, you didn't know what trip hop was, and when I showed you that, you're like, oh, that's it. I fell in love.
Yo, to this day, I still listen to trip hop, man. I freaking I love what's the name of that group? Portishead. I love Portishead. I'm so mad they're not making music anymore. But Portishead is an awesome, like they are the true definition of trip hop. Like it's hip hop mixed with like how would you describe trip hop? What is it? It's like hip hop and
a slow jam hip hop with an R&B feel, but it's almost like a gospel-y vocal and it's so weird, but it's so awesome.
It really is. If anybody in chat, if you guys have not check out Portishead, please check him out. You might like him. All right, so we're gonna push forward a little bit here. We're gonna jump into our random fact. I might skip some of the news stories or one of the news stories. Let's jump into our random fact real quick. Los, you go first if you have your random fact.
Okay, only 2 mammals like spicy food: humans and the tree shrew.
Really?
The tree what?
Tree shrew.
Tree shrew.
Yeah, it's a small rodent.
Interesting. I love spicy food, by the way. I freaking love it. All right, let me jump into my random fact. This is from facts.net. Studies have shown that playing Tetris can curb sex, drug, and food cravings. Interesting. How would you?
What?
How would you know to study that? Like, oh, let's find out what curves your drug, sex, and food cravings. Hey, let's play Tetris. Like, what? Like, who?
I would think trying to get pieces to fit into holes would be a way to kind of like keep you thinking about it, but that's just me.
It's so random. I guess that's why we call it a random fact. But yeah, that's I don't understand where you would even get that from.
But tell me this: every time you're trying to pack a truck or a car or anything, don't you sing a Tetris song in your head?
Every time I'm doing anything with packing stuff or putting things in order, I'm always thinking of the game Tetris. And yeah, sometimes I do think of the song. Yeah. Sometimes. And like the most recent Tetris Effect, if you haven't tried it out, if you love music, You need to play it. It's a really good version of Tetris. Like every little click, every little turn that you do in that game, it kind of like goes with the song. It's really innovative how they did that, and it's available on PlayStation 2. So if you want to try it out, Lush, you should check it out one day.
I will.
What about you, PJ? You have a random fact?
Yeah, woodpecker tongues wrap 3 times around their skull to help with the impact when they are, like pecking.
Really?
I think so. I was told that they can be up to 14 inches long, but I wanted to fact check that before actually telling you guys that. And this is saying that it's measuring in at 3.9 inches. The woodpecker's tongue accounts for 1/3 of its body length. So
holy crap,
if our tongues were as long as theirs, it would be 1.5 to 2 feet long if we had their length. But yeah, so what it does is it actually goes up like in their nostril area and wraps like behind the brain and then comes out.
Wow.
Okay.
I never knew that.
Kind of gross, but kind of interesting.
I play Apex with a guy that has random bird facts. He is an insomniac stoner that loves to tell, since it's only him and I, and we're playing trios, whoever our random person is, whenever we're in selection screen, he just starts typing out random bird facts to each and every one.
Like,
or animal facts. So
it's crazy. The person that decides to make living things on Earth just said, "Hey, let's make a woodpecker. Oh, let's make one of his features where he sticks his tongue in his nose and around his brain to protect his head." Like what? Like who thinks of that? This next news topic I want to jump into is a little interesting. The Mandalorian actress Gina Carano, which is fired apparently. Did you hear about that, Los?
Yes.
Can you break down that story for me a little bit?
It's because of all the things she's saying on Twitter. And one of the things she said is Republicans are being harassed like Jews were harassed during Nazi Germany. And that was Disney's last straw. And they said, okay, that's it. They literally posted publicly, I believe it was on Twitter, that she is no longer involved with The Mandalorian or will ever be in any Disney production ever.
Oh my god! Any other freaking company would hate to hire her after that. Like, you know what I mean? Disney's so big. If Disney didn't want to employ you, imagine if other companies are going to want to take on that risk. Like,
it got worse for her. Her agents dropped her.
Damn, really? Actually, there was also another part of her tweet that I found, and I quote, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jew. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? I don't know. I'll go ahead, PJ.
Sorry. All right. I was just gonna say, I think that I'm not condoning what she said. Okay. What I'm gonna say though is, if you look past how she said it, her whole point is that we shouldn't be hating. How do I say this? Like, hating people because they could be hateful isn't okay. You know what I mean? I don't know how to say this. I think her point, or at least how I'm interpreting her point, is just that hating the Republicans specifically, and the fact that they're getting, whether it's warranted or not in anybody's opinions, hating one group is counterproductive to the goal of like us all being equal.
Of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. So her bringing in sensitive topics and comparing it to things that are so extreme. A lot of people use the extremes for their arguments to try and back them up, but that's not always the case, if that makes sense. Like,
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with you in a way that yeah, she was trying to make a point based off of an extreme situation that happened in our history.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
distasteful, but
it is
you know,
distasteful, but I don't know. Like, Los, do you think Disney was a little overboard with what they did, especially saying, "Oh, you're not going to
No,
be in any Disney product or a project in any shape or form"?
no, I don't. I don't think they went overboard because one, this is not an isolated incident, and two, they have to look at the health of the company financially from here on forward. From a business point, I can see why they did it. But at the same
hmm
token, everyone is allowed to have their opinion. I understand.
Yeah.
If your opinion and your point of views do not agree with your employer,
Mm-hmm.
whoever it may be, then yeah, I could understand why your employer would say, I'm not going to deal with you.
working is a
Do,
privilege, not a right.
very true.
Sure, indeed.
Her agents dropping her, I think that was the extreme. I think they
hmm
shouldn't have dropped her. They should have just, stuck her in B movies for a while until people forgot about what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. True, indeed.
Um. Yeah, her agent's dropping it. So I know that this might be, or maybe this is just. I saw it in your notes here, or like a little side note. Is like I, I feel that being in the limelight. I mean, even streamers. This is something that this is a business for us. It's a brand, and we are there. And you have to, when you say something that could be controversial, you are riding that line of risking things. That this is our job is to be in the entertainment of people, and sometimes our platforms could be good to help bring attention to subjects, but um, we got to remember that this is our work. I mean, if I was at Burger King and every customer that came in, I was spewing my political beliefs, that wouldn't be okay on Burger King standards. So why would it be okay on Twitch or, well,
Yeah.
unless it's you have a political platform. But what I'm saying is like when you do post about your personal opinions, you are writing that line because you are in the light of entertainment. You are, and in my opinion, entertainment is our escape from the reality, but it could be a good platform for pushing reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a very fine line of like there, but then there's also that pressure from people or celebrities where it's like, um, you're kind of expected to say something sometimes because of your status.
Yeah.
You know, if you say something, you could lose everything. She just lost everything. And in her opinion, from me, from this, or from hearing just those couple tweets, because I don't know any more about the topic, but sounds like she's a conservative Republican, and they are getting shit on left and right now. Whether she might not have actually had all the views of any other Republican or conservative Republican, but it sounds like she's tired of being shamed for who she is when the whole movement of the world is to accept everybody. You know, like you're accepting everybody, but you're not accepting me as a Republican because of my political view, which is funny because she's sitting there saying like, my political view shouldn't matter, and then the company goes, I'm sorry, you're talking about your political view, bye.
Yeah.
Well, I think the problem is twofold. One, as an actor, when you have a contract with an entertainment company, you need to not rock the boat.
Yeah.
You can say something like, I'm a Republican and have your views, but you can't be extreme because your actions are a reflection on your employer because you're in the public eye. As a content creator, there is so much content out there that you can follow that you just kind of create niches, kind of like Fox. They created the niche of, Republican, conservative, religious zealots. No, and you know what? And people like you think I'm being critical. I'm not being critical. This is just a proven fact that is who their audience is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And CNN is the opposite. But as a streamer, I kind of feel like you have more freedom because someone can A, choose to overlook it, or B, just say, you know what, I'm not going to follow you, I'm going to follow someone else. But someone else may follow you because you said something that they agree with. And you're dealing with much smaller numbers as opposed to, small numbers when it comes to money, small numbers when it comes to audience, smaller numbers when it costs to how much it costs you to produce your content. So I kind of feel as a creator, you have more freedom, but as a major conglomerate, one movie is going to lose you $500,000, $500 million.
Oh yeah.
So
and having an employee, I mean, to be honest, there are millions of actors out there, and they can replace her. Like, I think at the end of the day, like, you're on, like you said, you're under contract. You're representing the company. I mean, kind of just like the Burger King thing. Like, you're representing the movie, and you just can't during that time.
Yeah.
And to take it to the extreme that she did, she didn't do it tastefully. And from what you said, it wasn't a first time event, so if she kept going, I'm sure the first time she did it, they had a talk with her and she decided to post again. It was all against her will to post. She didn't have to say it.
Yeah.
She didn't have to press send.
Exactly. Yeah.
A good example of someone who handled it very well was Tom Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Is it Jim Gunn? Something like that. Yeah. I think
the last name is Gunn.
Yeah, Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. Gunn.
Yeah. Where Disney said, you're fired. And he just said, thank you very much for the opportunity. I understand why you have it. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we can work together in the future, and left it at that. Didn't comment on it. Didn't say this. Didn't say that. And then Disney stopped and was like, maybe we went a little too far, and they hired him back.
Yep, they hired him back. Yeah.
So there is a right way and a wrong way to do things. And I just kind of feel like she took the wrong way, Yeah. And I feel bad for her, because as an actress, I really do love the stuff she's been in.
All right, chat, we're going to have a part 2 of this. PJ has a stream. Lois has to go. Quick plug. Check out PJ at PajamaMama.TV on Twitch. Lois, you got anything you want to plug or say before we get out of here?
Just don't forget to watch us on YouTube. We are now on Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating. If you see us on any podcast apps, the more 5-star ratings we get, the more visibility we get, and the more listeners we get, and the more chance you guys can get to interact with us. And other than that, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Also, last thing, we're having a JHouze Radio T-Shirt giveaway in our Discord channel. The link will be in our description of this video or audio version that you're checking out right now. Other than that, we'll have part 2. I will let you guys know when part 2 will be coming out of this episode, and we will catch you guys later.
Later.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.